Now that looks a bit dodgy. Let's hope the mast does the trick. A map of the underground. They were robbing the graves. A drawing of some kind of cross. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, rotting corpses. Eh? What's this? This crypt carries on. burn hell!
You should have handed it over.
I need to get back to Albi. I'm looking for Albie.
Henry? What's happened?
Sorry, sir, but I have to speak with Albie.
He just went to your room.
I don't know. Can I ask?
Of course.
Thanks.
No problem.
Lord have mercy.
Christ, Albie! What happened? Are you all right?
I am, yes. But it looks like we've been robbed.
Why? And who did it, for Christ's sake?
Gentlemen, please. Keep it down. You're disturbing the patients. For God's sake. What happened here? What a mess.
What do you think? Someone was clearly looking for something.
But there's nothing of value here.
Well, actually...
Albec! You brought them here.
And was I supposed to leave them
And Were they stolen?
Thank the Lord, no.
Can someone tell me what exactly?
As you know, Henry, I spent a good part of my life at King Wences. Thanks to that, I learned much about his private life. What ailed him. I recorded all my findings and methods. If these detailed records, I dare not imagine.
Plenty of folk would pay.
Or tried to steal them for that. Who could have got in?
I was busy tending the sick.
Nor did I, I'm afraid.
That actually made it quite easy.
But we still don't know.
Surely you realize...
Father Yan? Nonsense.
Not quite well enough. When he heard you were coming...
But that's out of the question.
That's exactly what I told him. The look on his...
How did he even hear about them?
Their existence is no secret. And if he ever said anything in front of the abbot...
And the thief waited until...
So, Albic isn't...
Let's not jump to conclusions. Henry, go and ask Brother Benedict and Dinesh in the...
All right, then. I'll return to my...
Right.
Everything's upside down.
Whoever it was, they went through everything thoroughly.
Lord have mercy. Everything's upside down. Lord have mercy.
Oh, Christ! Ah, sacre! Damn it. Good day. What do you need?
Did you notice anything?
One of the sick men has been throwing up constantly.
No. I need to know if anyone's been...
I spent most of my time with the vomiting one, or out...
Someone went through our room, or rather...
And what about the alchemy lab?
No?
Oh, thank God. I'll go...
That's the thing. Nothing was taken.
I should have been...
Don't beat yourself up.
God be with you.
Did you see anyone go in?
I'm not sure.
A monk? You mean Benedict?
No, it wasn't him, but hard to say.
It's not exactly helpful, I know.
Roughly an hour ago?
Damn it. Never mind. I spoke with Benedict and Dennis.
I thought as much. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open...
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave.
That's both good and bad news. But if the workers caught something from the air around those two, why did they even open?
They were probably looking for something inside.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem, even putting aside that it's sacrilege.
Nor do I. But there must be one.
What?
I ended up slipping out another way, but
And?
he didn't end well.
Did he at least say anything? I mean,
There was no time for talking.
I really don't know anymore. This sort of thing, maybe you might ask Crispin about. With luck, he'll find something in the archives, but best do it tomorrow.
Agreed.
We'll be wiser.
Yapping beast. Kick its ass. You stop that, Christ! Fuck's sake. Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check.
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down. But it was probably just an...
And no one was hurt.
Well, that's the thing. No one burned.
Bodies? Whose were they for...
That... I don't...
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames?
I didn't see them. But they said that
So, how did they end up there? What?
they were sent to be washed. But the washers noticed,
How do you know about these signs?
No, they were only to be washed. But when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot or Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to
You want to bring them to the infirmary with the others? No. No, let them...
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could...
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one of the lay brothers. He ran into the flames thinking
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night?
he's never been any trouble.
Was anyone else there besides?
No, or at least no one I... I'll leave you to it now. If you need me...
I'm going to. Disease? Fire? What next? A swarm of locusts?
First they ransacked my room, now this.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they...
Who knows? I feel like...
And are you considering it?
I thought about it for a while. But those...
All the more reason to get to the bottom.
But I can hardly go...
Don't worry.
Maybe Zacharias was right off.
What about the corpses?
And that's what I'll do. We can't afford doubts when...
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it. And that one of the...
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious.
Someone searched our room just a while ago. And who knows what... I won't have that on my conscience. Better you stay...
So what you're saying is...
Well, I'm no physician like you, but I've learnt a lot.
That won't be enough.
Then I'll explain to him the same way you did to me. We need to examine them and find out what was wrong.
That's probably bad.
So, what exactly...
Anything unusual. You know well the symptoms the sick here have. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw.
I'll take a look around the burned-down shed.
Good idea. It might have just been an...
I should probably speak with the lay brother.
Elijah, right? But be gentle.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I.
Illness really break out in the crypt.
That's the ruin of decay. As the body rots, it releases miasma.
Can I ask...
Of course.
Thanks.
No.
They become sick.
So the living...
I've still got a few questions about...
I've told you what I know.
How did you find out?
From the brothers who were meant to deal with the bodies. They came to fetch their tools, but they...
Do you know this Elijah?
He's a lay brother, so I reckon he spends most of the day working.
All right, but what's he like?
I treated him once for food poisoning. He was quite unpleasant then.
And the other monks?
They do.
Even gossip usually has a grain of truth.
He drinks heavily, and before he came here, he entered the monastery to quit, but it seems...
Right, I get it.
That's probably for the...
That'll be all.
Be with you. Oh, Christ.
I'm investigating the source of that illness that's been...
I'm listening.
I came across the symbol of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. And I was wondering if you might have any records or...
If memory serves, something should definitely be here. We have the legacy of a knight named Boleslav Bavor, who... There was some connection to the monastery crypt.
Really? Because I actually...
What? What are you talking?
Well, I ran into some... and they were looking for something to...
By Christ, they were after the relic.
What are you talking about?
There's a possibility that Bavor was buried here along with a certain relic.
What sort of relic are we...
I don't know exactly, but certainly something very rare. But I can't tell you for sure right now. It's been many years. In the end, I concluded that the whole tale...
That's a shame. It was just starting to get interesting.
I'll be glad to show them to you, to examine.
You're right. The abbot ought to be told. Right now, we need to deal with the illness. Besides, we've got almost no proof yet.
Still, it's a serious thing.
Of course. Once I've gathered the evidence, and now I'd like to take a proper look...
Of course. Give me a few moments. And I believe Bavor's name also appeared in some old... Here you go. Bavor's travel records about his journey through the Holy Land. And I've also found these old accounts. Feel free to study them too. I'm curious myself what conclusion you'll come to, if any.
Oh. It really says here that he acquired a holy relic. Let's see how it continues. according to the journal, Bavor had himself buried here with his holy treasure. That sounds pretty clear. Let's see what the accounts say. So Bavor gave the monastery a generous donation and paid for a chapel mural painting. And still, despite all the records and mentions, Crispin had his doubts. Why?
Well, are you still...
I read the journal. A lovely tale.
And?
And it says the relic Bavor acquired,
Holy Virgin!
and according to the book, Sir Boleslav was to be...
So it says in the book. I also found... I too searched for Bavor's grave. I even dared...
How is that even possible? A grave can't...
Quite frankly, I don't know. Once I was convinced none of the graves belonged to Bavor, but not our father Jan. This was over 20 years ago when Abbot Vitus held office. Together we came to the conclusion that Bavor's tale was likely...
Why would it be made up? Surely Sir Boleslav...
The book's one thing, but there's not a single other mention anywhere. Can you think of another explanation?
But why would Bavor do that?
If memory serves, he had some disputes over property.
That's mentioned in the text. But lies wouldn't have helped.
You'd be surprised how short-sighted some folk can...
And what about the mural mentioned in the account?
Yes, it's in one of the chapel naves. It depicts several...
Well, then that proves Bavor's story wasn't just made up. Surely the abbot back then wouldn't have approved such a mural in the main church.
If the former abbot believed Bavor wasn't a liar, but a real hero...
All the more reason I want to see it.
No harm in trying. At the very least...
Bavor mentions in his journal that he received and the account records say he gave a generous donation.
They confirm at best that Bavor had wealth. According to the late Abbot Vitus, he might have gained... And the tale of the Holy Land was just a...
Fair enough. That makes sense. The account books mention that Bavor had...
That's possible.
If he paid for it himself, there had to be a reason. And it's odd, isn't it? He sorted it all out in detail.
You're right. I never made that...
The crypt has a hidden side.
Excuse me?
It had been walled up. In one part of the crypt...
I've never heard of anything like that. Perhaps even...
I'd say the abbot would definitely have known about something like that. He just didn't...
Where are you going with...
I'm not sure. And then there's the relic. If Bavor had just wanted to raise his reputation...
Perhaps out of vanity? There's no shortage...
But his tale's already heroic enough without it. Making up a red...
That's a good point.
Don't you think this whole thing is a bit too complicated? Every explanation for why Bavor would lie seems more
Listening to you now, it's like hearing my younger self. His view was that Bavor's story was fiction. He told me
What exactly did he say?
that I should stop chasing old crusader...
Why didn't you stand your...
I couldn't argue with the abbot. In time, I learned to let some things...
I'm not blaming you. But I think it's time, and maybe we'll finally unwrap...
If that relic really does exist, a sign of hope...
Don't get ahead of yourself. We've not even found...
But you spoke of that hidden chamber in... Take this and study it closely. According to this, you'll know... Yes, the mural in the chapel, paid for by Bavor himself, also bears his coat of...
Those workers, if he was buried under his family crest, no wonder they...
Yes, that could be it. Study that sketch well.
Thank you.
Just be careful, please. You know the app...
Don't worry.
And in the crypt, show respect to the eternal
Kitty! Kitty!
What's it like down there? And those murdered workers? Any sign? No. No beside the ones we already found. Christ, our Lord be with us. How could such a thing happen? And in the house of the Lord, no less.
Did I know? As if it weren't enough the people are dying of plague. Now we're gonna kill them.
I suppose he was nothing. You still resisting? No, you don't. Bad luck. Ha! No chance. Haven't you had enough? I'll kill you on the spot if Go fuck yourself. Ha! What's it like down there?
What do you think? Filth, damp, stale air.
And those murdered workers? Any sign?
No. None beside the ones we already found.
Christ, our Lord be with us. How could such a thing happen? And in the house of the Lord, no less.
How should I know?
Then mind yourself down there. I don't fancy reporting more losses to Master Ludolf. If someone really is skulking about and killing folk, it'll land on our heads either way.
What? What? Now you... Ah! Ah! Shit! What the... Come on then! Should've yielded! Now I'll display your corpse on the... I'm all yours! Bleeding, are you?
What's it like down there?
What do you think? Filth, damp, and stale air.
And those murd...
For fuck's sake! Put that thing away or you... Ah! Fucking hell! Ah! It's a slaughter! You should have yielded! Now I'll display your corpse on the pillory! Yeah, fuck that! It won't get me! You wanna try?
Kitty! Kitty!
What's it like down there?
What do you think? Filth, damp, and stale air.
And those murdered workers? Any sign?
No. None beside the ones we already found.
Christ, our Lord be with us. How could such a thing happen? And in the house of the Lord, no less.
How should I know? As if it weren't enough that people are dying of plague. Now we've got a killer stalk in the place.
Then mind yourself down there. I don't fancy reporting more losses to Master Ludolf.
Of course I will.
If someone really is skulking about and killing folk, it'll land on our heads either way.
you wandering around here for?
I was just leaving.
Well, what'll it be? Hear me?
You weren't supposed to be here.
You're under arrest.
Calm down! I surrender!
The abbot's in charge here now, so you'd best get...
I won't resist.
Henry, the Lord is punished. You may not have been knights in you.